Hey there and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindal. I am the owner and founder of Fit Like a Girl Personal Training here in Edmonton, Alberta. And this is episode number 7 of my Cut the Shit YouTube series. I started this series with the purpose of debunking and talking about the biggest health and fitness myths and issues that there are out there in the fitness world. As well as my goal was to give you direct, tactful advice that you can follow to help achieve your biggest health and fitness and weight loss goals. If you haven't already, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button below where you can stay up to date with all my videos and get notifications when my new videos, especially ones in this series, will come out. Let's get started with today's topic. I wanted to discuss the actual real secret that you need to know to achieve your biggest weight loss and health goals. And that, my friend, is good old-fashioned consistency and patience. Yep, you thought I was gonna say something different there, didn't you? Nope. The real actual truth and being able to not only achieve, but then be able to maintain any of your fitness, weight loss goals is being consistent and being patient as fuck. I'm gonna level with you. If you're feeling frustrated by your weight loss goals or your fitness goals or whatever, and you can't figure out why you haven't been making as much progress as you want, you really need to look at your consistency and see, have you been as consistent as you think you've been in working towards to achieve these goals? Alternatively, have you been being patient enough? Are you only 3 weeks in and looking for miraculous results and they're just not there? You need to be patient, dear. Look, I get it. This shit is hard. It's frustrating. It can leave you feeling discouraged and disappointed at times when things aren't going as well as you hope that they do. But you still just need to stay course, be consistent, and be super patient with your results. When you see people with the perfect body, or somebody who's lost 100 pounds, or somebody who's learned to run a marathon when they used to just sit on the couch and do nothing, you have to remember and appreciate the amount of hard work and consistency and effort that person took to be able to do that. That shit doesn't happen overnight. Most likely that took years of trying different things, finding out what works for them, falling off track, getting back on track. This takes years. It doesn't happen overnight or in a matter of a month or 2 months. It's just not how this works. Yeah, in reality, to reach your ultimate health goal, or, the body that you're looking for, or to achieve that big weight loss goal, it's going to take years, not months, not weeks, years, man. Oh my God. So I haven't been losing any weight since I've started, and I'm just so done. I'm so frustrated. I'm fucking quitting. Okay, I understand you're frustrated, and this can be a long process. So what has your consistency been like? How are your workouts going? What's your nutrition been like? Oh my God, I've had salad like twice this week. And I mean, yeah, sure, I had pizza like the other 3 nights this week, and a bottle of wine last night, but I just can't figure out why I'm not losing weight. Like, I've worked out twice. Okay, I can see definitely maybe some changes to your nutrition might be in order. And you've been working out twice a week? No, like twice in the last 3 weeks. Could also be that maybe we need to up the consistency with both your nutrition and your workouts. I just don't understand what's wrong. I'm just frustrated. I quit. Results come from the effort that you put into it. You can't expect to put in minimal amount of effort and get great results. That's just not how it works. Your results reflect the amount of effort that you're putting into things. So if you aren't being super consistent with your workouts, if you aren't being super consistent with your nutrition, your results are going to reflect that. A lot of people tend to get frustrated with their results when they're not being as consistent as they like. So they feel frustrated and they just feel like they can't stay consistent. So then they quit. And it's the most back-asswards thinking that I've ever heard, because if you are finding that you're having trouble staying consistent, the worst thing that you can do is quit. The best thing that you can do is keep trying. That's all that you can do. Maybe you have to change something, try something a little bit different, find what works for you. But the worst thing that you can do is quit, because you're never going to reach your results if you just keep fucking quitting every time it gets hard or you get frustrated. You will never get there. Like, what the fuck? I have been eating properly. I have been working out everything that I've been doing has been perfect and on point for the last 3 weeks, and the scale has barely budged. 3 weeks since you've started. That's excellent. I'm proud of you for being on track and doing your things. But in all reality, it's going to take a lot longer than 3 weeks to see magical results. Now, granted, I know sometimes you feel like you're doing everything perfectly, that your nutrition's been on point and you've been doing your workouts and you've been doing it perfectly. I know, I've seen it. And you're still feeling frustrated with your results. I get it. And that's where you have to be patient. You've got to be patient. The results will come, but it doesn't happen overnight. And yes, you can be doing everything perfectly, but it's still going to take some time. It takes a metric time. Yeah, that's an actual measurement of consistency and patience to be able to achieve the results that you want, to be able to reach those big goals, those weight loss goals, those big fitness goals takes a lot of time. Showing up and putting consistent effort into not only losing weight, but learning the habits to be able to lose weight, learning the habits on how to be able to change your nutrition and your relationship with food, learning how to work out what works best for your body and being able to progressively overload and get yourself stronger, put more effort into your workouts. And then not only that, being able to develop these habits and learn the discipline so that when your motivation dips down, you're going to be able to stay on track. This process doesn't happen overnight. This takes a long time and it takes some real legitimate changes to your lifestyle. This is not an easy process and it's going to take some trial and error. It's not going to be a perfect journey. You're going to fall off track and then you're going to have to get back on track. You're going to have to find the right way that works for you because each person is different. And just because it worked for your aunt or your sister doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. And it doesn't mean that it's going to work for you in the same amount of time that it worked for them. You didn't gain that 10, 20, 30 pounds in a matter of just a couple of months or a few weeks. It took a lot longer than that. So it's going to take time to lose that 10, 20, 30 pounds. And not only that, it's going to take you showing up consistently when you don't want to, when you don't feel motivated to, when you're frustrated, when you're sad, when you're angry, when life is crazy. You need to keep up that consistency because that is what's going to give you the results in the long run. And being patient enough to understand that those results are going to come. Now, when I say consistency and when I talk about consistency when you're working towards your goals, in no means do I mean do you have to be perfect. There is no such thing as a perfect journey. Nobody is perfect in their own journey. Even personal trainers aren't perfect. Don't tell anybody, it's a secret. We're not perfect either. We feel unmotivated and have slacking workouts, or we don't want to work out some weeks, or we fall off track with our nutrition. The difference is we've learned the habits on how to get back on track and we're disciplined enough to understand that. But that didn't happen overnight. That took a long time to be able to develop for us. Same thing with those people that have lost 100 pounds or be able to run a marathon or achieve great things in their fitness and health. That took a lot of learning and adapting. And yeah, they fell off track and they still got back on because that's the most important thing, is that they just kept showing up and they were patient with themselves. So when I also say patient, I also mean be patient with yourself, knowing that it's not going to be a perfect journey, and that's okay. You're not a freak that you fall off track, and you're not a terrible person because you ate more cake and pizza than 10 kids combined at a birthday party. It's totally common. You are not alone. Talk to anybody else and they'll share the same frustrations with you. The most important thing that you need to do is just acknowledge that you're not going to be perfect and that it's okay, and you get back on track. And not only just say you're going to get back on track, you have to actually get back on track. No one ever lost weight from one salad and one workout, just like no one has ever gained weight from one pizza and one day of being lazy. That's just not how it is. By constantly showing up and putting in the effort, you will get to your goals. They won't happen overnight. I'm going to promise you that. You're going to have times where you're going to get frustrated and you're going to have times where you feel like you failed. You haven't. You just have to keep going. Just don't quit and just keep showing up for yourself. In the end, when you look back, you're going to be so proud of yourself that you stuck to those goals and that you put yourself first and you kept showing up even when it was hard and even when it was frustrating, and you were consistent. And you'll be so proud of yourself for the patience that you had with yourself and understanding that this was a process and that it was going to take a long time to reach those results. The main thing that I want you to know is that you just need to stay on course and keep being consistent and keep being patient. Yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, it's going to feel frustrating. Yes, it's going to take longer than you want it to, and that's okay. The most important thing is that you just keep showing up. Set yourself some small goals to help break up the monotony of being in this process. So set yourself, say, a short-term 30-day goal where you want to be consistent and on top of your nutrition and your workouts 80% of the time, and 20% of the time you're going to let yourself have a little bit of relaxation. I actually give out a 30-day goal calendar to a lot of my clients where you can put it out on a calendar. These are the days that I was consistent and these were the days I wasn't, and you can truly tell for your own self how consistent you have been. It requires a lot of self-reflection and being able to be aware of what you're doing well at and what maybe we need to work on a little bit. By setting yourself some short-term goals like a 30-day goal, or even if that's too long, set yourself a 14-day goal. You can break up the time a little bit and know, like, hey, for the next 30 days, this is what I want to accomplish. And I wouldn't put, oh, I want to lose 5 pounds in 30 days. Don't keep a timeline for the scale to change, because you'll find that if it's not doing exactly what you want it to, it'll get frustrating. But what you can say is for the next 30 days, say, for example, you tell yourself, I want to do 2 workouts a week and I want to be 80% on track with my nutrition. And then you can get yourself a little calendar or whatever and track how things go for the next 30 days. And then after that 30 days, you can reward yourself with something. I wouldn't suggest doing any kind of a food reward unless you really had like a restaurant you wanted to go to or something like that, but maybe something fun like a haircut or a new outfit for achieving your goal. There's nothing wrong with giving yourself a reward. Thank you so much for watching. If you want a copy of my 30-day consistency calendar, you can join my email list. I will link it in the description, and you can just send me a message with the subject line 30-day consistency calendar, and I will send that to you absolutely free, just so then you can have it to maybe look at achieving some short-term goals to help yourself along the way with the journey. And again, thank you so much for watching. My name is Jackie. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. And you can hit the subscribe button below to stay up to date with the rest of my videos as they come up, as well as you can go ahead and check out all my other videos in the Cut the Shit series. So hope that you have a great day. Thanks for watching.